Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Joining Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is time to begin another NFL season. Here we go. Making their debut under the Commanders name, and Charles, they're going to face a team in Jacksonville who is starting this year up with a new man in charge as well. So newness on both sides here in this one.
Yeah, and only 3 combined playoff appearances in the last 9 seasons for both of these teams. Washington certainly hoping their new Commanders nickname can bring newfound success after finishing 7-10 last year. They're 4th in 5 years, finishing with 7 wins. In Jacksonville, they're hoping a brand new coaching staff and a breath of fresh air can bring the most out of a young core after going 3-14 last season.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and
now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Etienne is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. They juked him. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence to throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Throwing on first is Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Fake. Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now Wentz on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurican. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball.
Lawrence's throw here, taken in by Ingram. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, and this one getting ugly early, a 17-point game at the half. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we head over to Hotlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Andy Dalton with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And he'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in a crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, right back to Etienne. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Etienne once more. About 3 yards there to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence rolling to his right. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty, and they convert. So the flag backed him up 5 yards to the 7. They still get the 2-point conversion, though.
Now, was that confidence in the play call they had and in their offense, or just absolute disdain for the defense?
It worked. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he spins past him and into space. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll just get rid of it. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Wentz to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. Now Lawrence escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Flushed out right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Wentz. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private. That's something to be cherished.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's got room at the 30. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Lawrence forced out to his left. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Being chased out left. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. On 4th down, Lawrence. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby McCain. There he goes, right side. 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Jags, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.